Guys, it has been a busy few months. Like, a lot of sneakers have dropped specifically in March. Like, it has been packed, so I feel like we need a breather. So today, instead of looking forward, I want to take a step back and I want to go over my top 5 pickups that I managed to get over the past few months. Listen, so far here in 2022, I can't lie, it's been pretty good for me. I've managed to get a decent amount for retail, which I'm super happy about, specifically with the Nike sneakers. I went on a little bit of a hot streak for a minute. Now, not all of them are retail hits in this video, but you know, you win some, you lose some. The top 5 that I have, I feel like are almost, you can't miss these. These are shoes that you're probably gonna look back on if you didn't end up picking them up and being like, damn, I should have grabbed them. So let's jump into the first one, and that is this box right here. This is the Jordan 1 85 Georgetown. This sneaker right here is definitely one of my more exciting pickups. Like, I actually got these things for retail. Big hit for me and something I'm super excited about. It's not just your average Jordan 1 for starters, but also just the colorway is incredibly clean. Now, I've worn them a couple times and I just really think like the more I wear them, the more I like them. These are just one of my favorite hits for 2022. So obviously, you know, it's the 1985 cut of the Jordan 1. And at first, I wasn't really sure whether I was gonna like that as opposed to regular Jordan 1s, but honestly, I'm a big fan of this cut. It looks classic, it looks really good on foot. These are still upcoming out in the US, so if you're someone who's out in the US, the Nike sneakers app should have these in, I think, April the 2nd, so you still have a shot. Now, the next one is a little bit of a different one, something that I think I'm going to wear a lot more as it gets further on into these summer months. This one right here, the UNC Jordan 6. This was another Nike sneakers hit. I don't actually know how limited these things were. I mean, they're not the most hyped up Jordan model. Like, I feel like people are mainly into 1s and 4s and 3s. I just love the way that they look when you're wearing them with shorts. And then of course, like cargo pants, these things go hard. There's a lot going on with the panels and the materials. And I just think that this colorway, again, like I said, for the summer months, it's gonna go so hard. One that you may just look back on and be like, yo, I should have picked those up. I'm gonna start chucking them up there. Let's get into the next one. This one's really exciting for me. And I don't know, are people really feeling this one or are they kind of passing up on it? This one right here. Oh yeah, take a look at that crazy box for this sneaker. The Jordan 1 Rebellionaire. Like I said, when I did the review of this sneaker, I wasn't too sure when I first saw it. So I understand if you're maybe on the fence as well. But honestly, once I got this in, once I wore them, these are nice. These are really, really nice. Now, I guess the main kind of turnoff is not necessarily the colorway itself. It's all of the text and the graffiti style craziness that's going on, not to mention the red X on the back of the shoe. That is going to be a big turnoff for some people. I get that. Overall, it's classic shadow color blocking. It's a very wearable pair of sneakers. Don't even think that they're reselling for anything that crazy. So if you can pick one up for a steal, this is going to get a lot of wear. Hey, listen, we've been getting a lot of exactly the same kind of Jordan 1s, so it's nice to have a little twist on the classic silhouette, and this is something I'm a big fan of. The next one, a pair of Yeezy, the Yeezy 350 V2 Bone. I think this is one of the cleanest Yeezy 350s that we've seen in a while. It is such a wearable and nice colorway. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to agree with me on this, but when it comes to daily sneakers, stuff that you just throw on to run errands, to the gym, you want something comfy. And of course, the 350 fills that void perfectly. And when you get such a wearable, clean pair of shoes like this, it just seems like a no-brainer. Summertime around the corner as well, and this crispy, clean white colorway is going to absolutely kill it this summer with the fits. I didn't hit these things for retail. They were actually a little bit more limited than I anticipated. It was only an Adidas confirmed app and Yeezy supply exclusive, so no other raffles for this like other 350s. But nevertheless, I bit the bullet. The price isn't too bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not too bad. So I definitely knew I had to pick these up just for the amount of wear that I'm going to get out of this sneaker. This has to be number 2 on my list. Before we get into that number 1, I got a couple others that I got to put on this list. But there are some caveats to these pickups and why I didn't add them to the list, which I will explain. But let's start off with unboxing the Yeezy 700 Wave Runner, guys. These restocked. Now, why they're not on my list is because I already have a pair. So like, I didn't actually manage to get a pair this time, but I already have this sneaker, so it's like if I didn't have this, I would have picked it up, but because I already have one, obviously I didn't pick it up, so I'm not going to add it to this list. But for a lot of you guys, this is a huge one to restock. Like, this is one of the most iconic Yeezys to exist, and it's such an amazing colorway. And I know for a lot of you guys who managed to get this pair, you're going to be rocking these throughout summertime. Relatively accessible. I know a lot of people managed to hit on the restock as well, so if you did, congrats, this is a big one. All right, another one that dropped recently, again another Yeezy, and of course it's the Yeezy 700 V2 Static. This is insane. Like, Yeezy brand has been killing it here in 2022. Like, they've been straight out the gate, restock of iconic sneaker after iconic sneaker, and this is one that decided to make its way back right in time for summer. Now, I did manage to get these for retail, so this is definitely one of my favorite pickups, but why I didn't add them to my top 5 list is because I already own a pair of creams. So as you can see here in the background, we got a pair of creams, and honestly, like, if you already have the creams, this is not like a necessity. It's not the most, like, you don't need this if you've already got this. They are so similar. These are definitely going to stay in the collection just when these things start dying, which they're already getting pretty creased up because I wear these things all the time. I guess like the only downside about this sneaker is the retail price, and I think that's what a lot of people were like, £250 or like $300 out in the US. So completely understand that if you decided to pass on them because they're too expensive. I get that. But let's talk about my favorite pickup, guys, and listen, it's a retail dub. Oh man, this is like one. I remember entering the raffle for this pair of shoes, and I was telling myself, I was like, in my head, I was like, Nike, if you just give me this W, if you just give me this one, I'm gonna be happy for the whole year. The Sacai Vapor Waffle in the sail and white colorway. Now listen, this may not be everybody's cup of tea. This may not be everybody's favorite sneaker because I guess obviously, I mean, just look at it. It's polarizing and it's very different. But for me, guys, I've been chasing the Sacai Vapor Waffle ever since the first colorway dropped. And as you know, with Sacai Vapor Waffles, they just keep going up in price. So I never really wanted to pull the trigger on resale value. The original colorway is going for something like $1,000. And I managed to get this for retail, which I'm literally like over the moon about. I feel like these things are gonna go up in price just like all of the other colorways. Like, they drop and they're kind of at this mid-low point and then they just keep going up. Like that original colorway, like I said, favorite pickup so far in 2022 has to be the Sacai Vapor Waffle in this sail gum colorway. There it is, guys. That is my top 5 pickups so far here in 2022. It's been busy. There's been a lot of heat. So I wanna know, guys, what is your favorite pickup so far this year in the past few months? There's a lot to pick from. But either way, that's been it for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another one. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Got to. But until then.